Hello to all my beautiful viewers out there. Today I wanted to talk about the recent restock of the Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2 in the black colorway for, of course, Black Friday. So yes guys, if you weren't aware, if you were counting on me to inform you on it, I'm so sorry that I let you down. But what happened was, I didn't realize that there were going to be so many releases towards Black Friday. I should have realized that because duh, if it's Black Friday, everyone's going to release everything on Black Friday because everyone's spending money and everyone's hoping that they'll spend the money on things that they release on Black Friday. So what happened on Black Friday? Well, Adidas and Yeezy decided to stock the Adidas Yeezy 350 V2, I was about to say which one of them? V2 black in both reflective and non-reflective, because I say that, but I can't seem to find a listing for any reflective pairs that actually got restocked. But the price of the reflective pairs on StockX went down by quite a bit since the Black Friday restock of the non-reflectives. So I assume somewhere they restocked the reflectives. The reflectives always restock in a smaller quantity because the reflectives are meant to be like the limited edition, like hard to get, the rare 350 V2s. They're trying to make the 352s like a little bit rarer by releasing reflective pairs and also releasing non-reflective pairs. So yeah, essentially the black colorway in either non-reflective and reflective got a restock on Black Friday. They did that obviously because it's the black colorway and restocked it on Black Friday. They really put a lot of time and effort into that thought, guys. But yeah, honestly, it was like, it's just such a release now. Whenever I see a Yeezy 350 V2, I'm kind of just like, it's not 2015 anymore. It's not 2015, 2016 when they first came out. There's nothing interesting about seeing a 350 V2 release. And honestly, I'm kind of done seeing the same outfits every single time someone buys a pair of 350 V2s. I mean, do you get what I mean? When some hypebeast Instagrammer posts, haha, I just got another pair of 350 V2s, it's always the exact same outfit. It's always showcasing really, really expensive items and not really showing off the 352 V2 in like an appropriate style. It's kind of just like, what can I chuck on my outfits that's super expensive? So it makes the 352 seem even more expensive and even more bougie. Honestly, I think the 350 V2 is so overdone. Okay, so Jordan Brand a couple years ago were like slamming out Jordan retros every single week. And this is how it feels in 2019 with the Adidas Yeezy releases. It feels like Yeezy's releasing a Yeezy every single goddamn week, and it feels that way especially when I have to cover it on the channel. So this restock, the only thing it really did was increase the amount of 350 V2 blacks that we now have on the market, and also decrease the resale price of the 350 V2 black. A lot of people would obviously be very keen for the black to restock. If you missed out on the black V1s, the 350 V1s, obviously this is a really good compromise. You can get a pair of the 350 V2s in an all black. Personally though, if you're after an all black sneaker, whether it be a lifestyle sneaker that's all black, a sporty sneaker to wear that's all black, I don't think the 350 V2 is exactly the first option you have to go to. I think the 350 V2 is actually kind of ugly. Like, it isn't an absolutely hideous sneaker, but I don't think it's like the must-have sneaker. If someone said, hey, what's your top 5 must-have sneakers, the 350 V2 would not be in that list at all. I mean, it's kind of just overdone at this point. That's why when I saw the 380s being released recently, which they did actually release, they released on Yeezy Supply, and they are getting another release on, I think, December 7th, I want to say. If it's that close, I'll definitely make another video covering it for you guys. So if you are interested in the 380s, I'll have a look into the details that are coming up and see what is dropping. But that's why I was really happy with the 380s dropping, because the 380s were a new Yeezy design. Because every single time I see a Yeezy release, it's kind of like, oh, here's another colorway. Wow, exciting. It's just, yeah, it's really lackluster. I mean, there are a lot of Instagram memes going on about like hype, like they're obviously really normie and really crappy. They're like, oh, hype for Nike sneakers this year, and it's like, you know, a massive crowd. And then it's like hype for Adidas sneakers, and it's like 2 people. That's how it kind of feels though. Because Yeezy, because Kanye doesn't do anything significant while wearing those Yeezys. There's no real story behind a lot of the colorways. There's no real drive to get these colors and all these colorways, besides the fact that it's like, it's got Kanye's name on it. It's a new colorway. But for an example, let me compare it to Travis Scott's Nike collaborations. When Travis Scott collaborates with Nike, he wears his Jordans months before the release and does some massive concert for it. The Super Bowl performance that he did with, was it Maroon 5? I think it was Maroon 5. He was wearing the Travis Scott Jordan 6s, and that built up a lot of hype for the Jordan 6 to come out because we'd never seen it before, and then he just wore it at the Super Bowl performance, and then we found out it was coming out in a couple of months' time, and everyone was like, oh my god, he wore it during the Super Bowl performance. Like, see what I mean? There is a story behind the Travis Scott 6s. Now, let's move on to the restock of the black 350 V2s on Black Friday. What's the story behind this colorway? We painted the V2 black. Okay, there's no story behind it. It's kind of just meh. I mean, that's basically what this whole video is. This video is just summing up how I feel about the 350 V2s at this point. Whenever they release, I'm kind of just like, meh. Okay, they're releasing. That's cool. While versus when a Travis Scott Jordan releases, I'm like, yo, let's pick up a pair. Like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like to fix this issue with the over-release of all these 350 V2s, Adidas either needs to calm it down, or Kanye, if you're watching, you need to go on tour, wear some Yeezys that haven't been released yet, and then announce they're releasing in a couple months' time, and start building up that hype for them. Start building up the reason to cop them, because at this point it kind of just feels like people are only copying the new Yeezys just so they can collect them all like Pokemon, you know? Like, it doesn't feel like anyone's copying them because there's a huge story behind them. I mean, that's why I love Jordans so much, because there are huge monumental stories in history about with these sneakers, you know? And like, either it's the advertising campaigns, either it's the design choices by the designers that go into them. There's heaps of stories behind Jordans. And then with Yeezys, it's kind of like there's nothing surrounding them. They're kind of just a shoe. In a way. I know I'm like undermining how like Yeezys are, but that's how I feel at this point. There's not much behind them. There's not much traction behind them. They kind of just need to change it up. So yeah, to sum it up, the Yeezy 350 Blacks, they dropped on Black Friday in non-reflective and reflective. Obviously they sold out. Come on, this is Yeezy we're talking about. They're definitely going to sell out. Personally, I wasn't fazed by it too much. I didn't even go for a pair because at this point I'm kind of just like, man, I don't really care about Yeezys. But I just thought I'd mention it because it was a release that happened. I know it's in the past and it's already happened, but I thought I'd just talk about it on the channel. Yeah, honestly, it's kind of lackluster. Yeezy and Adidas need to consolidate everything they've got and really think about how they're moving forward in 2020. But as I discussed in previous videos, I think they are thinking ahead by bringing Yeezy production back to the United States, releasing things like the Yeezy Foam Runners, the Yeezy Clog, you know. I really think that 2020 might actually be Yeezy's year. 2019... 2019 has not been keen to Yeezy or Adidas in general. But honestly, I would love to know your thoughts and opinions, guys. Did you pick up the Yeezy 300 V2 Black? God, I hate saying the shoe. It's such a long title. Did you pick up the Yeezy 350 V2 Black? Do you love it? Do you like the 350 V2s? Or are you kind of like how I feel about it now, where they're kind of really lackluster? They have no story behind any of these new colorways, so it kind of just feels like they're slapping every single color on the color spectrum on these Yeezys and releasing them. Do you feel that way, or do you feel that there is justification behind all the colorways that are releasing for these new Yeezys? How do you feel? Let me know how you feel about it in that comment section below. Personally, I'm kind of just sick of 350 V2s. They're kind of ugly. They're kind of just very 2015 and 2016, and they kind of just stay in that year and not get released anymore. You know, I don't need them anymore. But that's how I feel. Let me know how you feel about it in that comment section below. And yeah, that's all I really have to say. Sorry for the kind of weird video today, but I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to talk about that the Yeezys got a restock on Black Friday. Yeezy releases are very lackluster in 2019, and this one is no exception. We need to Adidas really needs to rethink its Yeezy releases. They're kind of just getting really plain, really boring. They need some stories behind new colorways. They can't just release new colorways every week, because now they're falling into the trap that Jordan Brand did like 2 years ago. And honestly, Jordan Brand has reconsolidated and thought about it, and they're handling it a lot better. And I think Yeezy needs to do the same. But as I discussed, I think in 2020, Yeezy is going to change it around, and they're going to do it like in a totally different way. I know that Kanye wants to make Yeezys for everyone, but I still think if you're trying to make Yeezy a brand that's exclusive and all that, you kind of need to, make it exclusive instead of releasing a Yeezy every single week. They need to reconsolidate. But either way, I know a lot of people are big fans of the 350 V2s, and they're probably getting a little bit annoyed at me saying that they're trash and all that. But either way, I want that conversation in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel about the Yeezy 350 V2. I just think it's super overplayed. They really need to just stop releasing them and release new and different Yeezys. But let me know how you feel in that comment section below. If you feel that way, please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much if you have been doing those. Honestly, seeing the numbers go up, seeing you guys in the comment sections commenting along, it means a lot. Honestly, thank you so much if you are doing all three of those things and commenting on the video as well. You guys are absolutely wonderful. And that has been the restock of the Yeezy 350 V2, the black colorway that happened on Black Friday. Let me know if you picked up a pair. And until the next sneaker video, guys, until the next streetwear video, which will hopefully be something that's up and coming and not something that's already released, I'll catch you later.